Avo, you there? Avo? Is avocado in here? Correct. Yeah. Avo, just start changing some of the groups, some of the people in the wrong groups. There's a there's some kind of glitch with the driver groups. So if the host does it, it's better. What car are you in? Yeah, Avo, change Wara's to group 2. Vercallum and Zach have to be in group, and Hillbilly have to be in group 2. Cosner, Captain Soup, group 1. No, it is first come, first serve for people who want to cast. So if he got here before anybody else did to cast, and we have room, he can stay. Yeah, I'm casting as well, but other people can cast if there's room. I don't think. Do we have? If we don't have room, then we could ask him to leave. Do we have everybody in here? Every, who's that? Habit? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep, this is Stint 3. Yeah, yeah, I am casting actually. It's live right now. Just waiting for Zach to pick his car and change it up. And we're missing one driver. I don't know who we're missing. We're missing one driver. A banquet. All right. So Wara, I'll call out the grid order, but once the race starts, I'm gonna back out. Avocado. What's going on? I don't know. Okay. Good catch. Good catch. Discord. Um, Sec chat. Invite me, please. Hey, Turk Void isn't here, so can I do our third stint? Of course you can. Yeah, Des, you can do the third. If your teammate can't make it, you can run more than one stint. Did anybody invite Vancouver? Wow. Tomorrow's gonna be yeah. Vancouver, send him an invite. He's here. Good. Nope, nobody's spinning. No, nobody's. Yeah, nobody's spinning. I'm hoping you're not spinning. You're not spinning, yeah. I think it's good. Everybody's here. Just Avocado just changed Vanqueers to Group 2. And that's it. Alright, guys, I'll call out the grid order. Wara, you'll start in pole. Avocado will be second. Then we got Rosa Corsa, NDL. I'm not sure who the driver is for that one. Micro, there you go. Micro's going to be the driver for that one. Then we got NWR Blue in fourth. Yeah, NDL Oil Slick will be fifth. That's Trusky. HYR Esports will be in sixth. NWR Team Pink in seventh. TNR Esports Team Hearts in eighth. Ninth will be TNR Esports Team Diamond. 10 will be Out of Fuel Racing. 11, TNR Esports Team Aces. 12 will be Team Cali Racing. 13, TNR Esports Team Clubs. 14 will be Chili Guys Racing, or Chill Guys Racing, sorry. 15 will be the Three Amigos. 16, ADVRS. 17, Damage Inc. Racing. 18 is Chap Speed Racing. 19 is NDL Valstrax. 20 is HYR Lux Sim 24 Racing. And 21 will be Team Redeem. 22 will be Saratov Racing Team. I'll repeat it again, but hopefully you got your positions. No, just keep up with the car in front of you because it comes up really quickly, 60 miles per hour. And have fun, everybody. Fuel and tires. Double check your fuel and tires. Yep, everybody's in the right group. All right. Yeah, not happening. Again, I will read it out one more time, the grid order, as you guys line up. Just pull over to the side and keep the middle open. So cars on the right, stay on the right. Cars on the left, stay on the left. So again, Wara will be first. Pole. Second is Avocado. Third is Micro. Fourth is NWR Blue. Whoever's on NWR Blue. That's Zula. Yep. Fifth is Drewski. Sixth is HYR Esports. Who's on HYR Esports? Vasco. Seven is NWR Team Pink. Eight is TNR Esports Team Hearts. 9 is Team Diamonds. 11 is Out of Fuel Racing. 12 is Team Aces. TNR Esports. I'm sorry, that's 11 Team Aces, TNR Esports. 12 is Team Wiscali Racing. 13 is Team Clubs, TNR Esports. 14 is Chill Guys Racing. 15 is Coastal. 16 is Nuke. Damage Inc. Racing is 17. 18 is Chap Speed, JSR. 19 NDL Valstrax. 20 is HYR Lux. 21 is V Vanquir. 22 Saratov Racing. 14th is Chill Guys Racing. Who's in Chill Guys? The new guy, Captain Soup, Captain Soap. Captain Soap, you gotta be in 14th, buddy. I know, I see you 14th. Alright. If he doesn't want 14th, then he gives it up to everybody else. Everybody gains a spot. Alright, you're good, Avo. 60 miles per hour. Ooh, what do you have? Okay. Leaving the party. Good luck, everybody. Okay, guys, I am back. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Test, 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 test. Okay, we're good. NDL Wara out in front. He has got pole because NDL Beats was insane in stints 1 and 2. But this time he's got Avocado right behind, doing pressure on that C8. We are live for Stint 3 at SEC. Forgive me, guys, if I repeat myself. This is the second time I'm casting today. And I did a race earlier, and I got to get everybody's points and the grid order set. It's a lot of work. I got to say, I'm honestly tired. This is probably the most I've talked in a long time. But this is fun. This is what I love to do. As you can see here, we got Stint 3 going on, the final stint for today. And we're starting at 5 a.m. right now. The times 4 progression. We're going to see the sun come up, the beautiful Forza light show of the sun bouncing off the partly cloudy skies. It's going to be a great time. And right now, let's take a look at what's going on in the back here. HYR Vasco taking a nice 3rd place, making some moves over there. NDL Micro in 4th, trying to get that spot back, but he's being pressured by NWR Shadow. And Shadow gets the move done on the inside, moving up into 4th place. Vercallum follows him, getting to 5th. He's also doing a double stint as well. Right now, everybody's bunched up. It's pretty close together. NWR Shadow in 5th still, getting passed by Tina Horizon in 5th place now, and the Lamborghini. By now, everybody's doing the 3rd stint. Their strategy for tire wear should be on point. Everybody should know what to do. Wara in 1st, still with Avocado. 3rd is Vasco. Got a little bit of gap between the front and behind. And then look at this. We've got a nice cluster of cars going all the way up from 6th down to 15. Everybody right now trying to find their pace, trying to find their rhythm. A little contact there by Zulu, I believe. Now here's the part of the race that gets very interesting, and that's the drafting. Who are you going to draft behind? Who goes behind who? Not only that, there's been cases of 3 wide early in the race. It looks like we're going to see one right now, right here with 2 Mercedes sandwiching an Audi R8. Going past the start-finish line. A little bit of contact, I think, but it seems okay. Hard on the brakes into turn 1. Is NWR going to go around the outside? Can they hold and carry the speed? Looks like they got it. Good line. Good driving, no contact between the 2 drivers. Moving up into 5th place, Horizon's being hunted down by NWR Shadow. This is the lone Lamborghini Evo team, but they've been putting on a good showing, strong showing. Back here in 8th place, there is a cluster of cars on top of each other. We got NDL Micro, Zach, Zula, Hillbilly, and Tony A. Vital. Oh, it looks like NWR went wide. Looks like there's a bunch, maybe 3 or 4 wide back there. Hillbilly looks like he got the better of it in 9th place. Let's get on board with Zulu right now. Zula, sorry. A little bit of contact here and there, but rubbing is racing. Drewski looking at the inside right now. Zula, they're side by side. JSR 10 moving up into 13th as he started around 18th position. Maybe looking to move around the outside. HRY driven. Coming up in the McLaren, the drafting is strong, folks. These speeds of 180 plus miles per hour. They also have to be careful right here going to turn one. Anything can happen. Want to try to keep it clean. Oh, you're going to go wide to the right side. That's going to leave room for JSR and Ted to come inside. Yep, we're going to go side by side. No contact into the wall. Ooh, that was close. Oh, contact. Looks like Forza Glue. Looks like Forza Glue. Looks like Zula and somebody else. Dez got into some, not Dez, sorry, Hillbilly might have got into the Forza Glue. Not sure. Zula not happy about that, but let's take a look at the drivers as they are still fighting. Here's Drewski in 9th place, followed closely by Tony. JR Sergeant Ted moving up very quickly, now into 11th place, looking at the on the inside. Looks like he got the move done into 10th place. Got the draft to Drewski. Up front, looking at first, second, and third. We got Wara, we got Avocado, and Vasco. Looks like Wara. And folks, this is the first time I've seen another car in front of a Porsche at Daytona. If NDL Beats is watching, I don't know if he's happy or what to make of this, but Avocado is no slouch. He has performed in the past, done really well in other tournaments and other racing events, and he's showing here in that Chevy CA, but HYR Vasco putting down a clinic in that Viper right now as he's fighting for the top 3 spots. Drivers biding their time, being patient, waiting for that long straight to make the easy pass and go around. But if they even see a whiff of an opening, they are going to be diving right into it. Nothing to be guessing. It's going to happen. Top quality drivers. Oh, looks like Vasco's going around the outside. What a move from HYR Vasco, getting to second place, making it done around the outside. Not sure what's going on with Wara, if he's having some issues, or he might be doing a different tire strategy. If he is on hards, that would explain why the Porsche might not be keeping up with the other 2 cars at this moment, as Vasco and Avocado slowly but surely start pulling away. Coming back into 6th place, hot on the heels of NWR Shadow. Followed closely behind by TNR Zach. TNR Zach looking for the outside, should get it as he lines up right behind, right next to Horizon. Shadow holding an inside line, want to defend, making sure he's got that access to the apex of turn 1. Hard on the brakes. Zach almost had it with R8, but I thought, oh, wait a minute, something got spun. Somebody got spun. Shadow got spun. Not sure what happened, but it looks like there was some contact in the back of his car and he got turned around. Very unfortunate for NWR Shadow. We'll be taking a look at that replay and figure out what's going on. I don't know if that was Zach or Horizon. But definitely some close racing there, and it seemed like maybe some Forza glue or a driver's car was there, and maybe Shadow on over to avoid the wall. Not 100% sure, but definitely contact, definitely something to look at. I'm pretty sure an incident submission will be submitted. Very unfortunate as well. But it's still early, anything can happen. Here in 9th place, we've got HYR Trident right on the heels of Drewski. Drewski right now, even though he's got P1R and his gamer tag, he's making a move to NDL. He wants to try the Googles. Drewski trying to make a move on the outside. The McLaren is good in all sections. BMW might have a little more on the top end here, especially in the side draft. McLaren should be the better of the two cars when it comes to the braking in turn one. Not sure if Jesus is going to have the pace to make the move on the outside. Good line, yep. McLaren was able to hold the line, and a little slide there, but gets the job done. Nice cluster of cars here for 14 and 15 as they battle it. We got Hillbilly battling Mercedes of Vanquier FM. Let's take a look at our leaders again. They're still spread out, but Avocado is in the lead right now. One of the main NDL Noodle drivers and admins for the Noodle team. HYR Vasco definitely putting on a good showing in that Viper and holding second place, staying within the draft of NDL Avocado as the race continues on. Wara's still not far behind. He's in third place, and if he has hard, he's doing a different strategy than the other drivers, then that's going to make things very, very interesting as the race continues on. Fourth place, we got TNR Vercallum, kind of far away from everybody. Fifth place was TNR Horizon. Sixth is JSR Ted. He has definitely made some moves, folks. Moving up the table. I mean, he was, I think, 18th position when he started, and now he's up already in 6th place. So he has moved up very, very quickly, catching up to Horizon right now, and he wants to get this move done as soon as possible because right now he seems hungry to me. He wants to get this move done so he can move on and try and catch more of the leaders in the race. Now the Mercedes, very good car. It's a car that's easy to drive, and we got good top end. Lamborghini by TNR Horizon, good up the brakes, good up putting the power down. We're a little wide there. There's Ted gonna look at the inside here. Definitely put the pressure on, letting Horizon know that he's right there. He's right on his chump. I think Ted is gonna make a move on this back straight. Don't quote me on it, folks. It could be a commentator's curse, but if I know JSR, they're gonna make a move. Horizon a little bit of block, but when he gets one straight, now that looks like they're side by side right now as they're trying to make things happen. Yes, and JSR gets the move done. That Mercedes is good at the top end. It's got good top end. Beautiful through the bus stop, nice and smooth, barely any looseness or anything. The car was driven beautifully here. And then JSR moves up to 5th place. Look at that 16, 15, and 14. We got NDL Micro, NDL Shadow. Shadow was much higher up the grid. He was the one that got spun out early in the race. NDL Micro, something might have happened to him too. 16th place, seems a little low for a driver of his caliber. And if I'm not mistaken, he was on the championship team from last year's SEC Season 1. Shadow making a nice move on the inside there. Oh, look at this, in 2nd place. Looks like Wara is starting to catch up in the second here. Not sure what happened. Maybe he was taking a short break, but now he's putting on the pressure. HR, Vasco. Oh, is that going to be pit? Yep, it's going to be a pit. Looks like an early pit. Maybe he's looking to get clean air. Warren right on the chuff of NDL Avocado. Oh, looks like Arkina. One commentator said Warren was having trouble with his controller, but seems to be fixed now. Well, that's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. It would stink to have any kind of controller malfunction. Now we're at TNR Zach right now. He's putting pressure on Drewski. Long first gear with that Audi. Gets a nice good launch out of those slow corners. Drewski getting a little loose. Looks like Zach's going to make a move on the inside here. If he can hold that inside with the side track, he might get done with the bust out. But no, Drewski was able to carry him speed, and he's still out in front. You see the sun slowly coming up, shining right over the horizon. Wara still in second, but he wants first place. Avocado going up top. Now he's tucking it from behind. Now NDL Wara, the Porsches, are back in front, folks. Now I know NDL Wara and NDL Avocado are both from Team Uno, but they are in separate teams. They are competing against each other. And the question is, can NDL Avocado be the one to take down the Porsche? Or is the Porsche gonna sweep Daytona and finish first at all three stints? Avocado looking at the inside, pressuring Wara, letting him know that he's there. Now this upsets Wara's line a little bit, even though it's not much. Every little bit counts. Those Porsches are very good at putting the power down and accelerating out of the slow corners. So if you can stick your nose and possibly get them to mess up their line, go a little bit wider, every little bit will help to keep up and make sure they're right behind them, and then hopefully in the draft they can get the pass done before turn one. Coming up 13 and 12 and 14, we got three German cars. NWR Shadow making a nice move on the inside, but P1 have it. He got a little loose. Looks like Tony might get the inside of him as well. No, not enough, but Shadow gets away. Now we got three Mercedes drafting off each other. This is German engineering, folks. Finest. Zula, what he spin earlier in the race, now back up into 8th place. He wants to get back up there just like JSR Ted, who is now in 4th place. This man, unbelievable. It's going to be interesting to see by the end of this 2 hours, at the pace that JSR Ted is going, will he be able to catch up to the leaders in 1st and 2nd? As we look right here, there's a big distance between, but if Avocado and Wara continue battling, that's going to slow them down. However, as a positive though, they are drafting each other. So now that's going to add another element to, if JSR Ted is all by himself and he does not catch Bergala, he also will not get benefit of a draft partner as well. Let's take a look at Drewski here in 7th place as he's trying to get a little bit wide there, but managed to hold it. Closely behind by Zula. TNR Zach in 5th place, trying to keep Horizon behind. Nice mixture of cars here with a BMW, Lamborghini, Audi, and a Mercedes. Take a look at Zach in 5th place with a nice TNR Esports livery. Going over the bumps, pushing the limits of, oh, looks like he got a little bit loose there. That might leave it open for TNR Horizon to come inside here. He looks like he's got the inside. Zach leaving it open. Drewski might fall through as well. Maybe a double pass here. Zach tried to get back in, but Drewski closed the door very quickly. So Zach's got to stay out wide now. Drewski right on the bumper of that Lamborghini. It looks like the Lamborghini died down. It might be a gearing issue. Zach takes back his position, and Drewski had no choice but to try to go around Horizon. Can he hold the grip? Can he hold the line? But no, TNR does get it done. That's going to be something interesting to look at, folks. Lamborghini Horizon in the draft, not by itself, but in the draft, maybe it had some gearing issue because the way that Zach caught back up and the way that Drewski tried to go around, definitely something was not right there. Could be a misshift as well. That's also a possibility. War is still in first, closely followed by Avocado. Trying to stay in his draft. Avocado making sure he does not get away. Going back to 10th place with TNR Hillbilly as he is on the heels of Vancouver FM. This is the first time showing for Vancouver FM. TNR Hillbilly race last year. He was on the 2nd place finishing team with me. It was myself, P1R Kalos, and TNR Hillbilly. We finished 2nd place in the championship for last year. Now Hillbilly on a new team with TNR, trying to make another championship run with a different team for season 2. Take a look at the drivers in the back a little bit. Right now in 16th place, HYR Vasco with his pit stop going all the way down to 16th place, trying to make easy work of Cosner here, who's in 15th. Not sure if Cosner let him go by. Maybe Cosner might be on hard with a different pit strategy. Wanted to let him go by so he can get that draft, and I got pulled along. 2 cars in the pits right now. Take a look back at 20th. Oh, there is my teammate Coastal doing a double stint on the heels of NDL Luga in that Ford GT. Moving our way back up the field in first place. It is NDL Wara all by himself. Let's take a look at his tire wear, seeing how far does he want us to go. Don't show this. There we go. This way. Ooh, so NDL Wara pushing his tires in that Porsche, definitely in moderate wear. He's definitely going to be looking to pit this lap. If he goes another lap, with 2% fuel, that would be suicide. He's definitely going to have to pit. Going to be interesting to see where he pops out. In relation to NDL Avocado, who is currently in 8th place right now. NDL Avocado in 8th place right now as he's coming on to the front stretch right now. HYR Vasco right behind him. Looks like he might have caught up to NDL Avocado coming out of the pits using that early pit stop strategy. And we got one of our viewers giving a shout out to Go Drewski from Colin with Cars. Thank you for your first time chat. Now we see NDL Micro in first place right now in that Ferrari. That was something that NDL did in Stint 2. They kept the Ferrari out much longer than the other cars. Not sure how they're doing it, what their strategy is. Let's take a look at their tire spray here. Okay, so they are on light wear right now, so he's gonna have to pit soon. But it's not sure if the Ferrari can go longer, or if they're using hards compared to everybody else. But oh, and NDL Pluga got disconnected. Oh, it's a shame to see that kind of things, folks. NDL War in third place, right on the heels of Avocado. So Avocado was able to get the move done as NDL War decided to stay out for one more lap, and that was able to slow him down. Vasco, you can see he's right there. He's not that far off the pace, off the leaders, I should say. Definitely, if Wara and Avocado can battle a little more, this will get Vasco right back into that draft and allow them to keep up with them. Cosner staying out, moving up 16 spots, but he's staying out. He hasn't pitted yet, up to 5th place. Nuke in 6th with a nice, beautiful BMW M8 with that fiery red paint job. TNR Callum closely behind. JSR 10 right now in 8th place. It's going to be interesting to see how he's going to do as the race progresses, as he's moved up quite a bit of positions. HY Drayden in 9th place, and that McLaren followed closely by TNR Zach in 10th. Drewski right now in 11th place with a little bit of gap between him and the cars in the front, but NWR Zula, who had that little spin early on in the race, is still on the heels, looking to get back up there. I accidentally skipped one. Vancouver FM in 13th place with that Redeem livery paint job. TNR Horizon, the Lamborghini now in 14th place. Followed closely behind by teammate P1R Coastal. The three amigos getting it done. Love the paint job, by the way. TNR Hillbilly in 16th place on the heels of that BMW M8. Shadow, NWR Shadow in 17th place. P1R Habit in 18th. 19th, we got Tony A. Vitale. Captain Soup, who is a latecomer replacement for another driver on his team. It could be a contract issue where a driver was kicked off the team and a new one replaced. Not sure what the story is with that, but we do know it was a last-minute change. And that's the 21st driver, TNR Dez, the MagnaFlow R8. Take a look at our first place. NDL Micro is still out. Hasn't pitted yet. Let's take a look at his tires. So yeah, his back right tire will be hitting, once it hits 60%, will be hitting moderate wear. There it is, turn orange right there, and closely right behind him you see Avocado and Wara closing in on NDL Micro. Now, NDL Micro is going to have to pit. It's been more than half an hour. No real reason for him to stay out. He's just going to be hurting himself, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be pitting this lap. But how is it going to affect Wara and Avocado before they get to the pit entrance? Obviously now Wara has somebody to draft off of, so that's not going to allow Avocado to really catch up as easily as before. But Avocado did a great bus stop right there. Getting the inside of Wara. This might be trouble. Oh, no, wait. Wara got the draft. Is able to stay up top. Yep, he's able to stay in front. Avocado, I thought, might get the inside, but it did not happen because of that draft. Now they're forming a train. And, yep, Micro's going to go in. Avocado's still going to stay on the heels of NDL Wara and that Porsche. Are on the brakes. Maybe looked to the inside, but decided against it. Vasco is still there. This is very impressive driving by HYR Vasco. As you can see, he's kind of by himself. He's not really drafting off of anybody, but he's still very much in the picture. All he needs is a little bit of luck right now. In driving, racing, competition, any sport, a little bit of luck can go a long way. And if he can get that and get into their draft, I have no doubt in my mind this could be a nice three-way battle for the finish. Driving back into 7th place, we got HYR Dreaded as he's following JSR Ted very closely right now. Nuke in 5th place here. I think he's having some tire wear issues there, a little loose. Let's take a look at the pit strategies that people are implementing. Again, Nuke hasn't even pitted yet, and neither has P1R Coastal. These two drivers, I'm going to have to assume, are on hard. JSR Ted getting a little bump there by HYR Dreaded as he tries to get to the inside. To the bus stop, hard into the brakes. JSR Ted slowly in, getting a better exit right now on Dridden with the draft. He might be able to make a move here. TNR Zach is right behind him in the draft. He's going to pull him along as well. It's going to be interesting to see how they're going to enter into turn 1. JSR Ted looking for any opportunity to make a move here. He's looking on the inside, looking on the outside. It looks like he's settled in on the outside. Hard on the brakes into turn 1. Forza, not now, Forza! Come on! My folks, did Harry not race? I do not remember seeing a Harry, so I don't know if you race. Not sure, sorry, commenter. Is this Forza new spectate mode? Yes, Saturn, this is Forza's new spectate mode. And looks like JSR Ted, we couldn't see because of the delay, but it looks like JSR Ted was able to get the move done, moves up into 5th place, and he is back into hunting TNR for Callum for 4th. NWR Zula right now in 7th place as he's making his way up from that unfortunate spin earlier in the race. Followed closely behind by Vancouver FM and Drewski in 9th place in the BMW. Avocado now taking 1st place from Mora. This is the Chevy CA who is taking the lead away from the Porsche. Now, as a commentator, I want to stay neutral. I would like to stay neutral, but I would be lying to you if I was saying that I was not voting or cheering on for the Chevy C8, not because I would want Avocado to win. I mean, I would like him to win. I have nothing against the driver winning, but I don't know if I want to see the Porsche win again. I feel like we need to mix it up a little bit. We need to change it up a little bit. Think of it as the underdog. You know, I want to see that competition, that unexpected to happen. And right now, the Porsche are the heavy favorites. Andy Alwara, the team, they're looking to sweep Daytona. So yes, I'm slightly cheering for Andy Avocado in that Chevy C8 right now. A little bit of bias. I apologize, my viewers. Avocado going into the bus stop. Wara a little bit early into the bus stop, maybe taking a slightly different line, trying to look at the inside over here. Avocado's going high. Wara getting on the inside. Looked like Wara got a better exit. This could be, and I could be wrong, but this could be, from what I see right there, an NDL trying to keep Vasco away from first and second. And as I said before, Vasco is in this unfortunate place where he's by himself. He's got nobody to draft with. And even though he's putting out very good lap times, it doesn't seem like Wara and Avocado are hurting each other. That's allowing Vasco to kind of creep up on them. So hopefully Vasco can figure out something, get it done with the tire wear strategy, or maybe later on, Wara and Avocado will actually start battling for real, where they will be hurting each other in terms of pace. Maybe as the race goes on towards the end of the race, lap traffic might be another thing for them to look at. Now dropping back into 6th place, we can see JSR Ted here. Earlier there was some talk about a teleportation going on by HYR Dreaded, who's in 5th place. Now JSR Ted is in 5th and then back to 6th. Something's going on here, folks. There could be some kind of teleportation going on, but it's not showing up on my screen, because if you looked at the chart on the left, you saw Ted jump up to 5th for a split second and then come back down to 6th. And we got some comments here in the stream chat by JSR Ash, and that is correct. JSR Ted did a very good job from starting from the back and moving his way up in the grid to 6th place. I have a feeling, and I could be wrong, but this is just a commentator's guess, I think he's got a few more positions in him before the 2 hours is up and complete. But again, this is just my opinion. Anything can happen. It's a 2-hour long race. But we wish all the drivers the best, and hopefully no disconnects. Let's try to get it done on the asphalt here. Going back, one more battle. We got Vanquier on the heels of Drewski, followed closely behind by NWR Zula. Zula going a little wide there in that horseshoe. Vancouver trying to get the draft to Drewski going high, maybe to try to avoid getting the draft, but not much room to go about it. GSR Ted still battling HYR up there. Drop back down 2 more positions. You can see right here, we got 10th place all the way up to 5th place, right on top of each other. Any small mistake, and this can lead to a very easy position change. Oh, looks like HSR 10 is making a move here. Something's going on with Dredden. He is ghosted on my screen. Now he went to the pits. Back into replay cam, so that means JSR 10 is currently in 4th place. As we take a look at the leaders right now, Wara is still in 1st. Avocado still sticking behind him. He's just keeping up pace with him, staying in the draft, having Wara pull him along. Gonna save him for the end, I'm assuming, and then make the big move at the end to try to win the race. But right now, he is just getting pulled along by NDL Wara. Vasco with the pit stop. That means Callum takes 3rd. And we have a nice grouping of cars here from 5th to 10th, but looks like 6, 7, 8 are getting close to each other. Zula a little bit wide. Zach trying to look on the inside here, but not enough. Zula got nice pace coming out of that corner. Almost 45 minutes into the race, folks, and there are some areas where cars are separated a little bit loose there with Zach, and there's some areas where everybody's bunched up a little bit. Look at the pit strategies. Vasco is the first, and HYR Dreaded are the first to pit twice. This pushed him down all the way to 14 and 18, and that shows you that one pit stop can drop you down so many positions. So in the future, if there is a driver who is trying to do some tire wear saving, or they have a tire wear strategy where they use the hards more than the mediums, that's going to lead to possible big advantages later on in the race if they don't make a mistake. JSR Ted right here in 6th place right now, closely followed behind by Zula as he's moved up into 7th place. Drewski moving up into 4th place right now. Zula trying hard to make something happen, sticking his nose onto the inside. Gets the job done. Looks like Drewski went wide. He's leaving room for Van Creer to get the inside in 4th place. Drewski tucks him behind him in 5th. Zula right on them. Ted is still in the draft. He is watching. He sees blood in the water right now, and he is going to attack as soon as he sees an opening. Van Creer tucking in behind Drewski as Drewski gets back into 4th position. Into the bus stop hard as Zach is still right behind him as well, also in the draft. We're going to move it up a little bit here as Zula's trying to make a move here. Van Creer trying to go around the outside of Drewski as they're in the draft. Zula may follow him on the outside, not sure, hard on the brakes. Zula going for the inside, going to push Van Creer out. Ooh, Van Creer kind of closes the door a little bit there. Zula noticing that very quickly, gets on the brakes early so he doesn't get smushed in. Then hard on the brakes for the horseshoe. Turn 3, getting the inside move done. A little bit of contact, but nothing malicious. Rubbing is racing. Now he's got his sights on Drewski as he wants to move in the 4th spot. Zula loves that inside move. He loves that inside dive right there. Getting it done quick and easy. Not sure how the other drivers are going to feel about that move, but talking to the stewards, it looks like it is legal and nothing illegal right now. Aggressive, yes, but rubbing is racing. Take a look at the rest of our drivers as Wara is still in 1st, Avocado behind, Dave TNR Vercallum in 3rd place. Drewski still fighting with 4th, excuse me, yeah, 4th to 8th, they're still battling. Hillbilly in 9th, a little bit in no man's land between 10 and 8th. And WR Shadow right now on top of P1R Habit. Oh, looks like he's pitting. I want to know where Vasco comes out. I want to see when they're going to pit. Let's take it off. Let's get on here with TNR Zach. As he's looking to try to make a move with JSR Ted. TNR Zach, while he's got the pace, he's been a little bit quiet here. Now he's trying to make a move here. Hard on the brakes on the outside. Oh, is it into the grass? He tried a little too hard, too late on the brakes, and he lost a position to Hillbilly. Back on with JSR Ted as Drewski dropped down 2 positions. Zula still in 4th, Van Creer in 5th. JSR Ted looking at his next target here, trying to make a move, but he's been a little bit quiet. I'm not sure if he's waiting for something to happen or if he's being patient, but looks like he might be making a Drewski soon as he's closing up on him. One of the commentators, one of the people in the chat said that Ted is moving on hards. And that is something, folks. If he is on hards and Drewski, Zula, and Vancouver are on mediums, that's going to be a huge advantage for JSR Ted in the long run, as he's going to be able to stay out longer. And look at this. Two of the drivers that were in front of him had to pit. Drewski stays out, giving Ted somebody to draft off still. And if he's on hards and he's still moving, let's take a look at his tire wear. That's going to be a huge advantage later on. He's still got some life in those tires, but they are towards the end of their life. Plenty of fuel left, 35%. Not sure if he overfueled or if he's planning to push those hards as far as they will take him. Callum moved up to second. Wara is not pitted. Does he have some kind of strategy in mind? He did this earlier before where he took his tires to the limit, and right now he's back right. He's already at 62%. He's got 9% fuel left, so he's either going to pit this lap, but he's got enough fuel to make one more go around. The question is, does he want to do it with that tire wear? Does he have some kind of strategy in mind? It's going to be interesting to see what he's going to do as he approaches the pit entrance right now. And the game says he's going to pit, and the game is right. JSR Ted makes the move into third place as he passed Drewski. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big showing by JSR Ted right here, but he's going to have to pit soon. It's going to be interesting to see where he's going to fall off. Keep an eye on this guy, HYR Vasco. He was in third place earlier. Right now he's in 10th because he pitted twice, but there's a lot of drivers in front of him who have not pitted yet. NDL Wara now entering the pits, seeing where he's going to come out with Avocado. Looks like Avocado is going to end up right behind Wara. JSR Ted moving up to second, but they're going to have to pit soon along with Vercallum. Take a look at the pits. We can see here Wara and Avocado pitted twice. I think Vasco might have ended up with some trouble here, or it could be because of the pits, but he's down into 9th place. Oh, NDL Wara, something's going on with NDL Wara. Earlier, he seemed to have some controller issues. These controller issues might be back. This could be a huge upset for the Porsche if that is true. If he's having controller issues, whether it be the battery or a loose connection or some kind of Bluetooth issue between his controller and his console, this is not good. Avocado now with a nice lead between 3rd and 4th. Getting a nice draft off Ted here, but Ted's going to have to pit soon. Not sure if he's going to go in this lap. Nope. He decides to stay out for another one. For Callum into the pits. Now JSR Ted is the leader of the race, but you know that he's going to have to pit soon. So it's a temporary lead. Avocado is the real leader of the race, followed closely behind by Wara. Now, what is Ted going to do here? Because this is not a blue flag situation, so Ted could technically slow him down, and that could be something for Ted to use to catch up later on in the race. Avocado trying to get it done on the brakes, but Ted holding that apex, that inside line very tightly, keeping Avocado behind him. Ironically, this is also really good for Mora because of his controller issue. Now he's right there. You can see him there at the end of the screen trying to make his way back up. NDL Micro in 4th place as well, but he's also got to do a pit stop along with Ted, and then everybody should be in their proper positions according to 2 pit stops. Avocado still looking on the outside. He wants to still get a move done. Ted not making it easy for him. On those hards with those tire wear, unbelievable driving by JSR Ted. Not sure how he's doing it right now. And still has not pitted. Unbelievable, folks. I gotta check out these tires. Yeah, he's almost on moderate. So he was on light. He was on light wear, which is okay. You don't lose too much pace with light wear. But now it's slowly getting towards the end of it, and he's on the edge, slowly creeping towards those moderate tire wears, and he should feel it soon. But he's still got 24% of fuel, so again, not sure what his strategy is right now. If he's going to stay out and push those tires even further, or if he's going to pit and maybe take some less fuel because he took some, too much fuel from before. War closely behind in 3rd place. Knowing Wara, I'm pretty sure he's gonna get this move done before the bus stop, especially if he knows that Ted is weak on tires right now. He's definitely gonna get it done in the braking. Wara going around the outside here. Hard on the brakes. I think he's got it done. Yep, that Porsche is really good, especially on the braking. When you have the engine in the back of the car where all the weight is, when you hit the brakes, a lot of the weight of the car goes to the front tires, but the engine in the back keeps that back end down, which means now the back tires have more grip for braking. So the Porsche, just by virtue of the design of the car, will have better braking than other engine configuration cars. Now Micro and Ted did pit, which should bring Vasco back up to 3rd. Question is, where does Ted come out? Is he gonna come out? He's got to come out near. Could be between 7th and 8th, maybe. Fifth place is HYR Dredden. Zula in 6th. He's made his way back up after that early spin of the race. He's done a great job. Drewski, and then Ted in 8th place. But remember, he did stay out much longer than all the other cars, so that could lead to 1 pit stop less at the end of the race. Let's take a look at other drivers as Hillbilly is trying to make the move here on Cosner, fighting for 10th place. Closely behind is Zach, who's in 12th place after he had a unfortunate incident going wide, hard into the brakes, ending up a little bit into the grass and losing a position or 2. TNR Horizon here in the Lamborghini, trying to chase down NDL Micro. NWR Shadow in 16th place, chasing down P1R Habit. In 20th place, we got 3 cars here, 18, 19, 20, TNR Dez, P1R Coastal, and Tony fighting it out in the back. Looking at our leader at Avocado, we can see he's still in first place. Let's see what the distance is. NDL Ward does have a penalty. Avocado, no penalty. HYR Vasco also no penalty, and HYR Dredden also no penalty. So it's going to be interesting to see. Wish we got a timer here that tells us how far away the drivers are from each other, but just shy of an hour here, folks. And so much has already happened. Let's take a look at 6th place here. Azula is trying to catch up to HYR Dredden. Dredden having a strong race. Knowing HYR, they have really good liveries. You can see here in the chrome, they got some chrome there. You got some looks like matte. You got some semi-gloss, different types of paint, different shades, different colors. It's really cool to see, especially when the sunlight hits it. You can really see the colors pop out in the livery. Now, 8th place here is, well, it was 8th place Ted, now is in 9th place as Vancouver FM takes the spot. But hold up, JSR Ted coming back into 8th, not letting it go as the side draft, hard into the brake, side by side here, and Ted goes a little bit wide. I don't know if he's going to get penalty for that, but he might lose 2 spots as he has to tuck behind Zach, TNR Zach. Yep, he's got to tuck behind TNR Zach right now. Now this is very, very interesting, folks, because we got 8th place, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and even 15, really close to each other. It almost looks like a snake or a caterpillar in the map, and that means one mistake, you're not losing a spot, you're losing a few spots, and this could change the whole dynamic of the race. Let's take a look at TNR Zach as he is in 8th place as he made the move on Vancouver FM. Leading this pack, close drivers from 8th to 15th place. Vancouver getting the job done on the outside. The Audi might have a little bit of difficulty at the top end, but it definitely gets it done on the inside of the track in the infield. Look at this, going on the inside hard on the brakes and getting moved. I told you guys that Audi is no slouch, especially in the low speed sections and the mid sections. It puts that power down really, really well, really, really early, and is able to punch out of those corners faster than most of the other cars. Looking here at NDL Micro and Hillbilly going at it. Sorry, not Hillbilly, Cosner and TNR Horizon. Looks like TNR Horizon gets the move done on Cosner. First place has not changed. Avocado is still leading, but I have to say, it looks like Warus has been slowly creeping up. Not much, but I think he might get within drafting distance another lap or two. You know what? Scratch that, folks. Or I might get it to drafting distance this lap. He is really close. Take a look at 6th place here as Dritten. McLaren is trying to catch up to Zula in 5th place. Zula making a nice comeback. He spin out early on. JSR Ted now in 10th place. But it's still within that group of cars where anything can happen. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 are so close. I'm going to have to guess within 2, maybe 3 seconds, all those cars are really close, and one slip up is all it takes to lose a massive amount of positions. Zach still leading that group of cluster of cars. Let's get on board with Van Crew over here and Team Redeem, number 88 car. This is closely followed by JSR Ted and TNR Hillbilly. And my sister-in-law, folks, all the way from Turkey, are watching the stream. Listen as I commentate on the race. That is something I did not expect, but yep, hello from America. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Can't wait to see you guys hopefully in the summer. JSR hard on the brakes, taking the inside line, and it looks like Hillbilly's going to follow him. Hillbilly trying to tuck in behind JSR Ted. Not sure what happened. This could be a little contact there, and he went a little bit wide. Hillbilly and Ted lost the position. As NDL Micro, it seems like, was able to sneak in there, gain 2 positions. Micro holding his line. Whoa, something happened to Ted right there? Something happened to Ted. Not sure what happened, but he lost it in the bus stop. Not sure if it was hit from behind or if he just lost traction. Couldn't see. NDL Wara is now taking the lead from Avocado. And my inner voice is saying, damn. But at the same time, I do appreciate Team Doodle for the Porsche drivers, all the luck. But at the same time, I'm cheering on for that Chevy. Hopefully that C8 can bring it home and make something happen and shake things up. Now, TNR for Callum has been in 3rd place. Not sure what happened to Vasco. He's down in 13th. He pitted again. He's up to 3 pit stops. Not sure what kind of strategy he's going to do here. But Vasco, yeah, he's up third pit stop. Both HYR drivers now in their 3rd pit stop. They might be going on mediums, trying to do faster lap times. Not sure if it's going to work out for them, because remember, this Daytona pit is very long. After the update where they added the exit mark, to make it safer, it added quite a substantial amount of time And the pits is now about a 40-second pit, which is a very long pit stop. Not sure if their strategy is going to work out for them. Don't want to do that. Zula in 4th, Drewski in 5th, Zach in 6th, Van Queer in 8th place, hunting down Micro. Hillbilly closely behind. Oh, Micro goes a little wide. Looks like Van Queer gets the inside right here. Is Hillbilly going to follow through as well? Is Micro going to lose 2 positions here? Yes, he is. Hillbilly moves up to 8th. Van Queer in 7th place now. Here, Vasco and Ted going out of here for 12th and 13th place. If Ted is on hards and Vasco is doing these extra pit stops, they're going to be using mediums. They're going to be making some easy passes here. P1R Habit in 11th place right now. But let's take a look up here as Micro trying to get his spot back. Looks like Hillbilly went a little bit wide there, following the draft of Van Queer. Hillbilly might get stuck and have no choice but to tuck behind Micro here as they enter the bus stop in a little bit. Micro looking around the outside here, taking a peek, pulling up side by side. He's going to go for it. Yes, he is. He's got the pace. The Ferrari's got the nice top speed pace. Able to make the move before the bus stop. And Micro moves back up into 7th as Van Queer is in 8th place, followed closely behind by Hillbilly in 9th. Not too far behind is TNR Horizon as he's taking a look. Hopefully, maybe with some luck, might be able to get into the draft. Hard into the brakes into turn 1. Horizon looks like he might be slowly creeping up as his battling is slowing down Micro and Van Queer. Still in first, closely followed behind by Avocado. They have created such a huge gap from the rest of the pack that it is definitely only a 1-2 race right now. But Tina Vercal holding on to that 3rd spot, doing a great job here. 4th place, NWR Zula has made it way back up. Did a great job after that. Unfortunate. Looks like Moore and Avocado have done their 3rd pit stop right now. Drewski in 5th place, doing a very good job representing NDL. GNR Zach is in 6th as he's pulled away from the cluster of cars. We still got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, 13. And this nice pack of cars right here, a cluster of cars. Let's get on board with Hillbilly here. Let's change up the camera action a little bit. Hard on the brakes. And we're taking a look, trying to go outside, back into the inside, but good defending by NDL Micro. Turn 3, International Horseshoe. Hillbilly has closed the gap here a little bit. We're getting a little loose there. Hillbilly sniffing at his heels, looking for any opportunity to stick his nose in there and make the move. Closely behind Hillbilly, TNR Horizon has caught up. A little bit of contact there, pushed him a little wide, but still able to get right behind into the draft. Yep, TNR Horizon is right there. I tell you, this is real camera. It is fun though, folks. TNR Horizon and the Lamborghini. Oh, Hillbilly gets a little loose there. Coming out of turn one. Folks, looking at these guys drive, this is very difficult. Like, how do you try to make a move? How do you try to set somebody up? Everybody's driving at a top tier level. Let's take a look at our race leaders as Mora and Avocado are still right on top of each other. However, I do not believe that they're going to make a move just yet. There's still 44 minutes left in the race, so they're going to stay close together, and they're going to save it for the end. It's going to be very interesting to see who is going to end up in first at the end of 2 hours. We got some pitters here as Callum finally decides to pit. This leaves Michael into third place. As he's pulled away from that pack, Van Queer has created a nice distance for himself. Vasco and Ted move up into 5th and 6th as some of the drivers had to pit their third pit stop. Micro, Van Queer, and Ted on only 2 pit stops while everybody else has done 3. Again, another HYR paint livery. You can see in the light how different parts of the car reflect the light differently, as you have some gloss, you have some semi-gloss, some matte. It's a very nice combination of different elements and a very nice paint job, very clean paint job. On board here with NWR Zula, as they are fighting for 8th place here with HYR Jordan. Ooh, looks like Zula hit into the wall a little bit, making contact with Drennan afterwards, getting the move done on the outside. A little aggressive there, but was able to stick it. Oh, and Drennan looks like he might have tried to dive in the inside. Oh, they had contact right there. They're going at it, folks. I don't think Dredden liked the aggressive move by Zula going into turn 1. Zula tucking in and holding that inside line as much as possible, making sure there's no room for Dredden to make a move here. As they come out into the back straight here, Dredden does have the draft. Going to be interesting to see after the bus stop if Dredden's going to make a move into turn 1. I don't think he's got enough to make it before the bus stop, but after the bus stop into turn 1, definitely a possibility, especially if he gets a nice run out of the bus stop. Dredden a little wide there, but he's still close. He's got a good run in the draft. Is he going to be able to pull on the Mercedes? It's going to be a little tough because that Mercedes does have good top end. Right now, Micro in the pits. Looking on the outside as they're side by side right here now. Dredden looks like he might get the move done on the outside. Try to tuck inside, but Zulu didn't have anything of it. Breaking hard into the pit. Zulu deep. Dredden trying to come back into the inside. Going out and then back in. Nicely done. And these two are going at it, folks. They're going at it again. Up into third place here, we got Vasco closely followed behind by GSR Ted, Van Greer in 5th, TNR Vercallum in 6th. One out wide, Vercallum on the inside. But GSR Ted, I don't think he's got the draft. He might be too far away, as well as Vasco. This is going to allow Van Greer and Callum. What's going on here? Van Greer is ghosted. Is he going to go into the pits? Yep, he's going into the pits. How does the game know that they're going to go into the pits? I don't get it. It's like the game knows that they're going to go into the pits. Is there like a pit assist or something that they're activating ahead of time? Very interesting. If you guys know, viewers, comment into the stream chat. How does the game know that they're going to pit before they actually pit? As we look at our leaders, Avocado in front now, made the move against Mora. 38 minutes left. Still plenty of time. I don't think they're gonna do it yet. They might save it for the last lap or two. A huge gap between first, second, and third here. But third, fourth, fifth, and sixth are really close to each other. But keep an eye on Ted because he has 2 pits. So unfortunately, he's going to win the pits unless he does one less pit stop than everybody else, which could be the strategy since he started so far back. Unfortunately, one of his teammates earlier, look at here, Mora taking the move on the inside here into turn 1. GSR teammates earlier had an unfortunate disconnect, if I'm not mistaken. And Mora is now the new lead. Okay, look at 9th place here. Zach is trying to take on Drewski for that 8th place position. Now, talking about manufacturers, I get the Audi
R8. I do get it. I think Audi did a great job with the R8. I don't get the M8. I mean, you have the M4. Ooh, going wide here with the Zach here. But looking at the BMW lineup, I mean, you got the M2, you got the M3, you got the M4. I get that. M5 is more of a four-door, more for like a bigger a group of people to carry around. And then you have the M6. Great. But why need an M8? And if you do make an M8, shouldn't it be something special, kind of like the R8 is? I feel like, I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like the M8 is kind of unnecessary in the BMW lineup. I mean, it's just too similar to the M6. I don't see a different enough car. And if you are going to make a M8, it should be, I think, something more special, something more different, like the R8 is compared to the rest of the Audi lineup. I don't know. What do you guys think? In the comments, let me know. You know, is the M8 even a car that should have been made? Or if they did make an M8, should have been made differently? Should it be so similar to the M6? And then, is there an M7? What happened to M7? Do we even have an M7? Zach here making a nice move on the inside here of Drewski. Turn one, that Audi's pretty good on the brakes. BMW, not so much in this build. It's good in the brakes, but it's not one of the better cars for sure. Let's take a look further back at some of the other drivers as we're winding down here. 34 minutes left. This has been a long day at Daytona, but very nice day at Daytona, I must say, as this is round 1 of 11 for the SEC. We've got 10 more rounds. The next track next month is Silverstone, followed up in March at Sebring. Zach pulling away from Drewski here a little bit. First and second, Wara and Avocado still on top of each other. Now, this is definitely going to be interesting because Avocado does not need to pass Wara, and he can still get first place because Wara has a big penalty. Let's take a look at the penalties here. So Wara's got a little over a tenth. Avocado's barely got 200ths of a mile here. So if Avocado stays close enough to Wara, he doesn't even need to make the pass. Unfortunately, that does make it a little anticlimactic at the end, but at the same time, this is going to force Wara to push the car harder to get that gap, because otherwise Avocado is going to take the win. Both HYR drivers, no penalties. Hillbilly Horizon also no penalties, as well as Nuke and P1 Coastal, no penalties, while a lot of people out there have no penalties. I would like to say, I think Forza has improved on the penalty system. We all can agree that when the Forza first came out, the penalty system was terrible, and there was a lot of problems with it. It was giving you penalties when you lost time. I mean, that was just ridiculous. But now, I think with the updates, it's gotten much better. I don't want to say it's perfect, because I still feel like there is a little bit more room for improvement. but it's getting really close to perfect. I think they've done a very good job in improving the penalty system, and also for the game to recognize when there is a small time gain, when there's no time gain, when to give a warning, when to not give a penalty. So therefore, it does a much better job of judging um, when a penalty should be issued and when a penalty shouldn't be issued. During races like these and even regular weekly races, I hear less complaints about the penalty system, where before you hear it all the time about people getting, hit off the track and getting a 4-second penalty. I mean, this is ridiculous. But now, with the better penalty system, it's a lot better for sure. Let's get on board with Puma Habit here as they're in 11th place. Now, Vasco has done his 4th pit stop, and I don't know if that's even be the last one, because unless he's on hard going all the way to the end, he's going to have to make a 5th pit stop. So, I mean, I think that Vasco would have done this is my opinion, I could be 100% wrong, but I feel like Vasco would have done a much better job if they went for the 4 pit stop option rather than the 5, because the Daytona pits is really long. I mean, it's deceiving because we're all used to that quick in and out, but now with that extension at the end, it adds a lot of time to the pits. A lot of time, and don't forget, these cars are going 180 miles per hour past the start-finish line, and you're in the pits going 30, 40 miles per hour. You're not only losing time for being in the pits, but you're also losing time for not being on the track, going that much faster, as P1R Habit makes a good move around the outside of turn 1 of HYR Vasco. Everybody's kind of getting spread out here, but Vasco and Habit are really going at it, but everybody else seems to be spread out. Let's take a look at Cosner here, as he's in Team Damaged Inc. Trying to catch up to HYR Dreaded. Cars that are really on top of each other are 10th and 11th right now, as well as 1st and 2nd. But look at the map, 6 all the way through 13. I mean, they're not that far away from each other. So one good mishap, one little into the grass you go. That's all it takes for you to lose a bunch of spots still. Not only that, as we're winding down, tire strategy is definitely going to be a concern as well. But if I'm not mistaken, I feel like at the 20-minute mark is when a lot of these drivers are going to make their final pit stop, because those mediums will go for about 20 minutes. And right now, we got a little less than 8 minutes left. So keep an eye on that clock, folks, as you see. Once we hit that 20-minute mark, how many cars are going to go into the pits for the last time, and therefore we can see everybody truly where they are according to their pit stop strategy. Here at 12th place is Vancouver, is right behind Vasco. Points of interest over here. We get another point of interest. As they go through the bus stop. Hard on the brakes as Vancouver goes in. Looks like Vasco might look on the inside over here to turn one. Vasco might get the job done as he's able to put the power down. Lots of torque on that Viper, but no. Vancouver carries the speed into turn three. Winding down, folks. 25 minutes left, and this has been a good day at Daytona here in Florida. And for those of you who know about Florida, it's a very good place to retire. But there are a lot of issues in Florida, and one of them are insurance prices for your home. Remember, hurricanes, flooding, all this is contributing to higher insurance prices in Florida. So the question now becomes, should you retire in Florida? Let me know in the stream comments, would you like to retire in Florida even though the rising cost is becoming uncontrolled and unbearable to a point where you might have to consider moving out of Florida or living without insurance? Drewski go wide into turn 6 as he's sideways. This is going to leave room open for Hillbilly to come in and try and make a move here. As we are on Hillbilly right now, Micro still in 5th. Even though Drewski went a little sideways there, he didn't really get too far away. Okay, so our 10 and 11th there. 12. Hard brakes. Go to the bus stop. Now, even though Hillbilly's got the draft, he's just off the draft from Micro, so distance is not really changing. But I believe both drivers are slowly going to creep up to Micro. Oh, Hillbilly's going to pit. See, like right there, the gate was going to pit before. Oh, and we got a nice message here about Florida. The biggest issue with Florida is people from Florida. Well, I will say, even though I've been to Florida twice when I was much younger, I went to Orlando twice in my lifetime, I don't really recall Floridians. So I'm not sure what to make of the comment from the Trout on the Truth. But I will take your word for it. It seems like you have more experience than I do. Looking at Zaga, my family decided to retire to Arizona. Arizona, I hear, is very nice. Don't get me wrong. The only problem with Arizona, I think, and this is just my opinion because I I'm only hearing it on the news, is the heat. It is very hot. And you got global warming on top of that. So if I was going to build a house or purchase a house, I would want to make sure that it's a house that I can keep cool. Maybe do one of those fancy houses where you see them building the house in the ground. That will definitely help keep it cool. But my opinion, when it comes to retirement, as of now, I would like to be a little bit more north, just because I know that even though it's colder up north, I don't think it's going to stay that cold for long. Global warming, we're moving up that tropical line further and further up, and you want to get in where the temperatures are comfortable year-round. You don't want to be in a position where it's super hot and you never go outside. And what's the point of going to a place like Arizona or Florida to retire if you can't even go outside and enjoy the weather in the day? Again, that's just my 2 cents. That's how I feel about it. Could be entirely wrong. Cold is better than warm, I think, says NWR Akina. I personally agree, because when it's hot, you're sweating, and there's not much you can do. But when it is cold, put on a sweater, and you're good to go. All right, we're starting to hit that 20-minute mark now, and it looks like Wara has gotten away from Avocado. Wait a minute, Avocado pitted early. This is going to be interesting. Wara is pushing out longer now, and this is the point where I was trying to make before. Let's take a look at his tires. He's definitely in tire wear. I'm almost curious. Nah, he's not on fuel. I was going to say maybe he's going to try and go for softs, but not with that fuel. If he had enough for maybe an extra lap, I could say he could probably go for softs, but he's just not going to have enough fuel. He's definitely going to be pitting the next lap. Going to be curious to see where Avocado comes out in relation to him. Deodorant. That's a good one. Alright, here, Avocado did his 4th pit stop. Let's see War go in and where is he going to come out as Avocado is flying down the road now. Pedal to the metal, as they say. 3rd place is Vercallum. He is... yeah, he's too far away. Vanquir is in 4th, though, so he is definitely within range, striking distance. But keep in mind that Vanquir only did 3 pit stops, so tire wear could be an issue. Let's see here, Avocado heading into the bus stop now, as he comes onto the front straight here. You can see Wara is still in the pits, but he's starting to move. Let's see where he comes out. Wara around turn 1 now. But that pit exit is really long. They're going to be really close. See Wara coming in. I think Avocado is going to end up right behind him. Yep. So this is it, folks. No more pit stops. They got a little over 17 minutes left. If Avocado can stay in the draft, Avocado will get the win, and we will have a car other than a Porsche win a race tonight. Callum is in 3rd place. Vanquir fighting for 4th. Vasco is in 5th. Followed closely behind by JSR 10 and Zula. Ted only pitted 3 times though. Let's see his tire wear. His tire wear looks good. It's got plenty of fuel, so my guess is he's going to take this all the way to the end. I am concerned about that last lap, though, the last lap or two, because the tire wear will add up. And 16 minutes is still a long time. Looking here at 10, 11, 12, within striking distance of each other, we've got Drewski, Micro, and Hillbilly. You can see here, majority of the cars did 4 pit stop. Oh, Vancouver doing a pit stop now as well. That's going to be interesting. It's going to allow Vasco, Zula, and Ted, I believe, to make another place. Ooh, looks like Hillbilly gets a little loose at the bus stop. That's not going to help his chances there. I think Ted is going to stay out because he knows if he pits, like right now, he's got a gap between him and 7th place. So if he pits, he's going to lose a lot of spots. Look at Vancouver. He was what, 4th place, now in 11th. So it would make no sense for Ted to pit now. I believe staying out, even if you lose a spot or two to Zach or HY Dredden, you're still going to finish higher than you would have if you did win. So I think James Artett right now is in a spot to finish 6th place. I would be very impressed to see him finish at a higher position with the tire wear that he's got. Like somebody up above him has to mess up. Moore is still in first, closely followed by NDO Avocado. Last race in Stint 2, we had 4 out of the 5 top drivers all NDL. This time, while we do have NDL in positions 1 and 2, it looks like TNR, NWR, and HYR are going to get a piece of the apple pie for this round. Yes, in the comments we have, he's on hards, triple hards. Definitely not easy to do triple hards, but yep, he's making it work for sure. Impressive. Yep, coming from behind and making us all the way up is definitely impressive. Hopefully, next race, his teammate won't lag out. Maybe Ted should start Stint 1 if possible. That way, he can start out in front and maybe challenge these Porsches to a nice battle. Oh, we got a little Forza lag here. We're going to do a quick commercial break as this commercial is sponsored by P1R. Oh no, I've been disconnected. I have been disconnected. Why have I been disconnected? Get me back in there right now. Okay, it looks like Forza. All right, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me. All right. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Oh, we're back. Okay, so I had to restart my Forza. It's, to be fair, I've had Forza on all day. Um, I had a race Stint 1, and then I was casting Stint 2 and 3. So it's been on all day. Xbox been on all day. It's held up really well. Joining back in now. Yeah, I love the LFA. If I were to win the lottery, Lexus LFA would be the first car of my choice. I would listen to that engine all day. It's just beautiful to me. Okay, where are our leaders? What happened here? Why is Avocado and Stevie Warren 6th and 7th? Is my game messed up? Am I seeing things right now? It seems to me the paint schemes for some of the cars are not loading in. But I got TNR Vercallum in first here. What happened? Did they pit? What's going on? Somebody talk to me. No, they didn't pit. Did they crash? Is my game messed up? Well, looks like there's something else that Forza might have to fix here with the loading of deliveries, but I'm not sure what's going on. Let me see here. Is Avocado and Wara still in first? Let's see here. Wara, Avocado. Yeah, it still looks like Wara and Avocado should be in first. Unless something happened. Yeah, he's in first still. Your game is messed up. My game is messed up. Yes, it is. It is messed up. Hopefully it fixes itself, because I can see Wara's livery now. So this is going to be something interesting to see if Forza is going to be able to fix itself. It says that Drewski just passed Wara and Avocado. Interesting. Wara, Avocado, Zula, and Vasquez. So it looks like the order of everybody is correct except for Wara and Avocado, which is showing 13th and 14th on my screen. My game is messed up. Yep, my game is messed up. I'm gonna try. You know what? I'm gonna back out real quick. I'm gonna try. Yes, I'm gonna try and come back in. Hopefully that will fix it, because I don't want to mess this up at the end. Nope, didn't fix it. I don't know why it's got Mora in 4th, 5th, but it does. Even though we know they're not in 4th and 5th, they're in 1st. So if any Forza devs are watching, or if they hear this or they see this later on, maybe take a look at what's going on here, because definitely not supposed to be like this. But anyway, 7 minutes left. 7 minutes left. Ted's still on 3 pits. He's definitely going to be going all the way. Penalty-wise, Vasco no penalties, Dredden no penalties. Mora is moving up his positions. He's now in 6th and 7th. Avocado, yeah, I don't know how that happened, but they're now 6th and 7th. Oh, yeah, I guess I gotta clip it and send it in. All right, here. 6 minutes left. Wait a minute. Warren Avocado moved up. Now they're moving up to 4th and 5th. Interesting to see if they're going to make it all the way up to 1st and 2nd. Yep. Avocado now in 4th as they're going side by side. Warren takes a spot back into 4th place. Everything just shifted. Tony's now in 1st, Coastal in 2nd. I don't know what happened there, but everything just shifted. Even NDL Pluga, who was in the race before, is not showing up as a DNF, which I don't know if that's even necessary, but I remember he was in the race. Five minutes left, folks. 5 minutes left. Now let's take a look at the map and see where everybody is. Where Callum's got a good lead in 3rd. Zula made his way up into 4th. Vasco in 5th. JSR Ted is in 6th. Followed closely behind by TNR Zach. Going to be interesting in this 4 minutes if TNR Zach is going to be able to get Ted at the end here. With the tire wear, I'm going to say yes, only because of the tire wear. But I don't mean anything because JSR, they have a way to make the impossible possible. Zach gets the move done under the braking. I think the tire wear, let's take a look at Ted's tire wear. I think the tire wear is what's... Yeah, he's back tire, just hit moderate wear. So for sure, it's definitely tire wear. It's difficult to put up a fight. And the tires start falling off very quickly once they hit moderate. Once they hit moderate, they start tying off very quickly. But still, an overall great performance by JSR Ted as he made his way up the field. Not an easy field. Even though there's 22 cars that took the field today for Stint 3, definitely not a slouched field. I'm not saying everybody is super alien quick, but I would have to say all the drivers in this lobby are above average. And that doesn't make it easy, especially when you have multiple drivers to get through all that traffic, even in 2 hours. Definitely not easy. But we're going to take a look at the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds here as Avocado is going to fight to stay within Guaro's draft. Remember, the penalty is the big thing. Now, another thing is I can't see their proper penalties. That's another thing. Running in late, I don't see their penalties, so I can't see the proper penalties. So it looks like Bunter's right. The game just needed time to correct itself when it comes to order. I'm curious to see, I don't know if we have enough time to see if it fixed all the penalties as well, because I know Wara had a lot more penalties than this. I mean, we're into thousands of a mile. Yes. For those of you who don't know, Stevie Wara has a nickname. He is referred to as the Lobster. Not sure how it started out, but my guess is, and if you don't know the story, uh, nobody has heard Stevie Wara's voice. NDL Wara, nobody knows what he sounds like. There is a rumor, an urban myth, that somebody heard him once, but there was no recording, so that is unverified. But because of his silence, and for some reason, liking the lobster, he's known as a lobster because lobsters don't talk. There's a lot of animals out there that don't talk, but I guess the lobster was one that was picked. A little bit of traffic here for Wara as he's trying to get it around. Lap traffic. I think, oh, a shadow now in the way, trying to get by. Yep, letting Avocado go by. Is that going to be enough for Wara to get away with 20 seconds here left? Going to be interesting to see at the end. Is Avocado close enough? Is Avocado going to win it? Or does the Porsche take all three stints? 5 seconds left. And Wara wins it. Wara wins it. Avocado was too far away. Too far away. Unbelievable, folks. And the Porsches sweep Daytona. NDL sweeps Daytona. The team NDL Lobster sweeps Daytona. This is going to paint a huge target on their backs now, folks. This is definitely going to be the team to beat as of right now. Things might change later on, but as of right now, this is definitely the team to beat. I want to thank everybody for watching today. At our broadcast of round one of SEC. This is it, the final third stint. Thank you to all the drivers for making the SEC what it is today. Thank you to everybody that was watching today. And thank you to, I guess, life in general, because without life, we wouldn't be able to do all this that we're doing right now. And this has been an awesome day, awesome time. And I'm glad to have shared this with you all. Thank you, and good night.